The one thing in games that are hotter. This is an excellent cross. Nicholas Jackson just slips between the center backs and actually gets a spot there. That ball falls a little lower. He's got a big chance. First corner now to Senegal. The referee is on the place, pushing and shoving and skirmishing in that 6-yard box. He does have the power to give a free kick to France here if he doesn't like the antics of any of the attacking players. World Cup. Senegal take it short, and again it's Diouf who's come over to this side. The referee is seeing an infringement, gives France the free kick. And he just gets stepped on here. Yeah, you can see it. Maybe a little dramatic, but certainly got stepped on. He's okay. Specialists. Usually, the occasional time when they've really fallen apart, notably in 2002 and 2010, when there was a victory against Raymond Dominic, the coach, and the players ended up being banned when they came home. Different days, though. A lot of talent, a frightening amount. This time, it's laid off by Maurice. Mbappé's first involvement, and now Rabiot has found Mbappé, who pulled into space really cleverly, got away from the central defenders.
It's my ball. Rabiot
was just a little behind Mbappé, couldn't get it into his path. Man, they left him himself, and
confirm.
Throughout the day, they're going to get punched. Senegal beaten 3-2 recently by the United States, who gave signs that day of the kind of form they showed in their opening game in the World Cup. Senegal coach was saying, it was a shocking 2002 when I was on the bench as a player. Any shock if we beat France now. We've got a lot of world-class players. That's his pre-match message here. For the game. A bunch of these guys have played in the English Premier League, played at big clubs throughout Europe. These are not.
This didn't need attention.
By any stretch of the imagination. These are good players.
It needs a serious attention.
Day of Barcelona. Bayern Munich. William Saliba of Arsenal.
Give me the attention, man. This game, man, now top players. I'm telling you, top players. France has everything.
Can't start for a team in the World Cup. Every other team playing in this tour.
I'm loyal, sir.
They're trying to raid down that right-hand side. Okay. Very risky ball, but Niakate was able to pick it up. Now the West Ham United defender, Al-Haj Malik Diouf, came up with quite a number of assists in the Premier League, right up near the top, second in fact among defenders for assists for a team who were relegated. He was one of the few really at West Ham who came out with any kind of credit. To lay it forward. Ismail Assar for Senegal. Definitely a danger man.
So, if I shoot,
Kamara. I was just about to say, France are playing 1v1 in the back as they're pressing back the field.
you have the chance to shoot.
Did a fantastic job putting out the fire and then also keeping possession for a moment. Senegal regaining possession 2 or 3 times in a row there. The press was
Why are you apologizing? You have the opportunity to shoot. Before this guy kicked your leg, you have the opportunity to shoot.
It will certainly have no
You guys need to win France. So.
Complex. Okay, as well. It's Sarr again.
Try again.
Ah. Looking right far side, trying to find him. This is a step offside. But again, as France are pressing up the field, they're going to play 1v1 in the back. Take that, eh? The debut of Erling Haaland, the strikers. He needs no Iraq, followed by defending champion Lionel Messi taking on Algeria. That's all coming up next on Fox quite today. If you like the top strikers in the world, with Mbappe in action here and Haaland and Messi to come. To area. There, you just wonder whether France have dropped a clanger. Schumann to Elise. Used in a central area by France to cause havoc, and he can definitely do that. Picked up by Diouf again, though, for Senegal, who started pretty promisingly. France are a bit casual.
Senegal should make use of this first half.
Things are just going to go their way. And
I think Dembele is not even in the first half. So.
A lot of upsets so far. Not necessarily wins, but teams that are getting points out of games that we didn't expect. Senegal much better than any of those teams. Well, one of the big favourites, apart from France, is Spain, and they were helped by Cape Verde. The Mannings are in attendance. You know that, is he? Plays in the NFL. Play in the NFL. Well, thank you very much. I love that about you. There are celebrities everywhere you look. At the box seats around here. Is Niakate. Senegal's form going into these championships hasn't been that great, but of course this is where it matters. And they've got just about their full strength side out there with players like Iliman Ndiaye. We heard from Thierry Henry. He's got a lot of respect for he can come on later on. Here's Kamara. Koulibaly, veteran skipper of Senegal.
Huh? I give me such pass.
Truly get going is Rabiot. Now Ousmane Dembele, the Ballon d'Or winner.
Okay. Dembele is there.
We've only seen Mbappe enter the action really seriously once so far, and he did put into some dangerous space. Senegal just managed to close the draw on that one. Is it half a yard or more? Sends some red signals flashing for Senegal.
Now that's you striker your that's bicycle kick. Senegal have to be very, very careful.
In World Cup history, Miroslav Klose holds that distinction at the moment with 16. And Mbappe was on 12, with only 5 players ahead of him. Seven of the starters from the final 4 years ago. That's a lot, isn't it? Over that longer cycle.
It's just impressive. They just not only keep going, but then replenishing with new talent too. And it's why so many people expect that we will see them back here on July 19th.
So much talk about France's attack, and it is dazzling, but whether they win this championship might come down to how well they defend as well. This Dembele,
no, it's not going to be possible.
That's interesting because Mbappe was way outside when the ball was initially played and kind of just drifted back in, and Kete handed it right to him. Nearly a 2v2 there.
You have to say at the moment, Mbappe is finding it ominously easy from a Senegal point of view to find space around the edge of their penalty area.
I'm actually shocked by it, Ian. 3 or 4 times already in 14 minutes, he's just standing by himself with 4 or 5 yards of space before the next defender.
Taking down, free kick.
Yes.
Quite squeeze that one through.
Senegal, your game down. See the ball down.
Flicked ball forward for Senegal. These two countries with of course, Senegal taking on a country where, well, the French were their colonial rulers up until 1960. Fourth World Cup this Senegal. They have become powerhouses in recent times. This is a golden age. One or two of the players, or a few of them, got past 30 now. This might be the last dance for this particular group. Upamecano, Makunde.
That's a ball. Anyway, I noticed that Senegal is active. You understand? Senegal is active, but no matter how the game is going to be somehow strong, or hard, but I think France might be in a favorite side maybe by winning Senegal maybe like 2-1. The way I'm saying it,
Off
France might win
during
2-1.
that final. He says he still
Because
believes
the
Senegal
Senegal
will
wants
the African
to use
Championship has
the
been taken away
first
from
half
them. He does
opportunity to
regret
score first
taking off the
goal.
pitch that day.
Maybe they can now capitalize on that.
It's all
But
under appeal.
if they do that with this full force, it means
Officially, it's Morocco's
France
championship.
has much opportunity to win because France is calming the game down. But Senegal is like more faster than France at this first half. So let's see. Let's watch. Let's continue watching and see how it goes for the first time. Yeah, I believe this first half, two teams must surely score. So your own maybe your own understanding, maybe you can also say your own prediction. But for me, two teams must surely score for this first half.
To deal with potential counterattacks by Senegal, but those two are pretty deep, and then you're getting Doué, Olise, even Mbappe at times, Dembele coming into the building deep to want to touch the ball. Of course, there's only one ball. They all want to have it. They need a little more creativity to keep those guys higher up the field. So
Yes,
as this
yes,
game goes
yes.
on, I wouldn't
That's
be
also what
surprised
I'm saying
if
just
Rabiot or
now.
Chalmeni come off for Cherki if France are not able to get a goal.
If Senegal can calm the game, if they can calm the game down, definitely they will win France. Because France is reserving energy.
So they've had a few of these though. Saliba and Chouameni. First shot blocked by Niakite from Ousmane Dembele.
Hmm,
Teo Hernandez does well.
hmm.
His brother's on the bench. His brother, of course, was a World Cup winner back in 2018, along with Mbappe. Mbappe has scored in each of the last two finals. Hat-trick last time in that brilliant showpiece final, which ended 3-3 against
Mhm. Hey, play counter, cross.
Getting behind the crossing forward.
That is
Too
so
much.
disappointing.
Too much.
Fantastic pass. In behind Teo Hernandez, and
Too
just
much.
have to expect better there. I'm sorry, he's got two runners in the box. Just mishits it.
His pace might be a key factor for Senegal today.
Well, it won't be if he hits crosses like that.
21 goals for Crystal Palace, though, Landon, during the season, including 9 in their European run when Crystal Palace won their first European trophy.
Well, he should have shot the ball.
I don't think crossing was much involved. I think it's putting the ball in the back of the net. Pretty good at that. Koundé.
Hey.
With Valverde at Real Madrid, they both got fined $600,000 or nearly that amount.
I don't want to game. Oh.
Ended up in hospital, taking a punch from Chouameni, who was unkindly dubbed the middleweight champion of Real Madrid afterwards by some observers. Will Uruguay play against it, I wonder? As the corner is played in there, pretty well defended by Nicholas Jackson on the near post.
Jackson, you're not active now at all.
fantastic support at this World Cup. Senegal will be supported by the big Senegalese community in the
The
United
funny thing is that I'm
States.
using phone. Who is here? Jackson.
It's the header.
Right. I need to get up. What's happening? What's the problem?
Coming up towards the time for a refreshment break, though the temperature is not too intimidating here. 76 degrees at kickoff. Up and under really from Kurda. I think Dembele could just make something of that. This Kamara doing well.
Pass the ball.
Gives the ball
Which kind of hospital pass here? Imagine.
They broke it up in the middle of the pitch. And Mbappe is on his way now.
Imagine.
Happy to give away the corner. Diatta getting back
Uh-uh.
to just nick that ball away. France want to take it quickly. They have done.
Senegal, bring your ball down and play calm game. This gara before you know it now, lose more attention.
Getting behind them.
They cannot hold ball properly.
It's just built for those situations, those 1v1 moments where you've got to make a play. Not only does he stand players up, he wins the ball and then keeps possession.
About that ball, Lise is aimed towards Dembele.
I see they are scared.
Over ambitious.
My God.
Just managed to find that guy in the nick of time. They did not need that, Senegal. A few missed heartbeats there. In his third World Cup, taking charge here. So they've seen most things, including an amazing France game when they beat Argentina 4-3 a couple of World Cups ago in Russia. You might remember that wonderful goal by Benjamin Pavard in that match. Counters on in Senegal.
Can Senegal do it? Corner.
Nicholas Jackson.
Jackson, guys, no, he cannot even do better.
It's been very sloppy, Ian, early. Touching away from him. This time, they nearly get punished for it. Ball slid in behind. Nicholas Jackson runs it. Upamecano a little under and onto his left. And Manuel gets a little bit luckier here. I think he's leaning to his left, thinking it's going far post. Nearly went in twice. The first time off the post, the second time off his foot.
Wow. That was that close. Manuel knew nothing about that. That could have
He tried though. He tried.
Came out. The mathematics were very much in his favour. Wow. Close run thing for France. Senegal with the corner. Fizz towards the near post. And that will be time for the players to take some refreshment. 0-0, but Senegal coming closest after that opening phase of the match here in New York, New Jersey. Nothing yet for Mbappe.
Well, Senegal need to do more better. They need to buckle up. They are missing chances, and moreover, they are not like that comfortable with ball, as if they are scared or they are afraid. They have to do something. We want them to win this game. They are my favorites. I want them to win this game. I see your comments, bro. I will see your comments, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate.
Well, I think it's a ridiculous thing to say. I mean, oh my God. Zlatan will be back. While I was saying that,
To keep that out after he'd been beaten on his near post.
Well, I didn't know anything about it, but I guess Matt, yes, I think the angle of the post and the angle of his foot helped him, but a warning, we said it before, don't count out anybody in this tournament, and particularly the African nations who have shown very well. France, arrogant, a little casual, just sort of going through the motions, and can't do that against a team of this quality. So let's see if during the break, Didier Deschamps had some words for them and woke them up a little bit.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see a bit of a reset by France. Opening quarter of the game, very much early days.
Not coughing now. What in earth
What can
now?
happen here today and probably will. Across from central defence here to take this. Africa's best defenders, plays for Lyon in France, so the French players know him pretty well. Run through easily cleared to Mbappe, who's
Hmm.
to go on a solo run from deep in his own half, I think. He's got the speed to do it. Upamecano. He's into some trouble there. Jackson trying to give the French defenders all the trouble he can, and he's got the ball here. Jackson, he's done well. He's found Sarr. Sarr with the shot off balance and wide. But Nicholas Jackson, who was so derided in his time with Chelsea, he's making a bit of a statement here. He's with Bayern Munich. He's in Harry Kane's
Senegal
as well.
is having.
Pretty well in this first half.
Is it should I call their tension or something like that? Because They should calm down and play game.
Okay,
They have upper hand to win this game. I'm telling you, they must be to boss. I've not seen anything
fit as a fiddle still, still plays
France
every week
are
in the Premier League
doing
there, but
different from
we all
them.
know
You know,
Glenn,
they are doing more better than France.
Keeper's club,
They have
that's what they call it.
chances
Faded a bit
to
towards the end of
score,
the
but
season, though.
shooting on top,
still the best
and
club in the
no, they have upper hand to win
Here's
this game.
Jensen again.
Even at this moment, this first half, I don't think that France have
Swilly,
made
picked up
any
that guy.
shot on target.
What France don't want is a repeat of their performance at the
No
last
shot
European
on target yet
Championships.
from France.
And despite all their talent, they only scored 4 goals in 6 matches. 2 of them were penalties, and another was an own goal. Beg your pardon, 2 own goals, 1 penalty. Same thing.
It's the biggest criticism of Deschamps, who obviously has done great things with this French team. But I think if you give most coaches or managers in the world that talent, they would be so excited to go exploit it and score goals, and just many different reasons. But it just doesn't happen often with this French team, which is really remarkable.
France just wants to calm the game down.
Chouameni,
Use opportunity of exhausting this when Senegal
he's dropped the
exhaust
tempo.
much, or they'll use that opportunity to strike.
The smaller
That's what they are trying to
Brazil is
do.
playing a little higher,
Senegal
now playing
is too
sort of a back
fast.
three in the
They should
build up,
calm.
but
You
see again
understand? They
Dembele
should
coming
calm down
deeper,
and play.
Mbappe
At
tries
least
coming
use this
deeper.
first half.
They just don't have
With the
numbers up the
situation now, they
field
use this
to
first
bring
half and
pressure on
score France.
Senegal.
If they can make it
Been
one or the
fairly
two,
easy so
one
far
or
for the
two set,
Senegal back
let them
line
say
with
they
all
score
these
one first,
world-class players.
so that the confidence is there.
Vieira, among others, World Cup winner, walking on. Who was born in Senegal, by the way. Rabiot, Carno, for the through ball. Koundé, a deep run from defence. Anyone for head tennis? Friday on Fox, the US taking on Australia. That'll be a really good game. Second game of the group stage for the US, who played so well in the first one. Coverage beginning 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Make a note of that if you want to catch that US game, and I'm sure you do.
I definitely.
Mhm. Control game.
So,
That's how it's supposed to be. Now you still miss
right
it
foot.
again.
Lamine Camara, who was the player of the tournament at the AFCON Under-20 Championships 3 years ago. About to go into coaching in Monaco. Glad he can afford to live there. He got away with one really with that Johnson shot. The shot beat him, hit the post, bounced back, hit Man's body and went wide. Koulibaly doing well.
He's keeping Senegal live. Oh. He's keeping them live. Seriously. I'm not seeing anything they are doing.
I would say France
France
have got
wants to
2 more
use
games they could go into
one
At
stone.
least.
completed behind the Senegal side.
They want to use one stone and kill six birds.
Senegal
But if they score one now,
sensing
definitely
an
the game is
opportunity.
over. Even second half,
They've
the game is
not
over.
managed to make that one rhyme either.
So Senegal have to be very, very careful. They should control the game well and make use of their shot on target. All the shot on target they play, they're just missing it. Let them do better.
Diakate. Senegal, the most western point of West Africa. Diakate making a good run for his team here.
Pass your ball.
Right-hand
Good.
side.
Mm-hmm.
Just about.
Pass game. Cool your game down. Mm-hmm.
Mane.
Cool your game down.
Okay. Three goals for Villarreal. He finished third in Spain, ahead of Atletico Madrid on the table.
No, that's not the way to pass close to 18 bucks. It's not the way to pass ball.
Have to be happy so far with the way his team is performing, Cacho.
Yes, I appreciate each and every one of you who are there
Senegal wanting to
joining
advance
us
much
or
further.
watching from us. Thank you so much.
The
Please,
scored
if
by
you are not
Papa Bouba
subscribed,
Diop.
please try to subscribe to our channel.
Sadly, it's not
And if you are not
as
yet follow us on Facebook, please
that is
follow us on
Diego
Facebook.
Godro, the FA Cup in England with Porto.
Go on to back.
I think he scored 3 goals
Hmm.
in that World Cup altogether.
Now, what the France need now is to go from. We don't even go back. But
Team is
Senegal is
coached by
also
Louis
going back somehow.
Menson.
But they should go from focus on going.
Floats over the surface, doesn't he?
And one of the advantages Senegal have is you have the top four players for France. Of course, we know them for their attacking prowess, and they are world class. None of them are wanting to defend, and none of them in their club teams are actually accustomed to defending. So the longer Senegal can have the ball and push players forward and make them defend, not only does it help in the moments
That
to score
is
goals,
just
but over
what
the
I'm
course of the
saying here.
match, just more running and energy spent defending that France want to do. So I'm a little surprised at how casual France have been and how careless they've been with the ball.
Coming up,
That is
these
what
are
I'm
half-time
just
show.
saying here.
Interesting to hear what Thierry Henry thinks of his
So there will be no mistake.
so far. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, of course, Alexi and Rebecca. There's Arsene Wenger, the great Arsenal manager. Has a fairly senior role with FIFA. He's been trying to get a change made to the offside law, so no effect so far. That's really good. So, they're looking a bit of a live wire. And then from long range, Mane tries his luck. Sar stays down. It's a worry for Senegal.
Wait, need to see what happened there.
For France. Trudeau joining in here.
France are going front.
He's made a run towards the near post, and the ball is played too far behind. But Rabiot can pick it up again. Sar is still down at the other end of the pitch, and the referee is deciding that he needs Trudeau. France did not have to kick the ball out there because he wasn't ahead. This doesn't look that good for Ismail Assar. Stay down a lot. Let's hope that's not as bad as you might think.
Imachamu.
Stepped on there, Ian. Had that happen a number of times. It's not comfortable, obviously. My guess is he's going to be okay here, but one thing that players really need to think about is now, resuming now, he's got to go off the field for a minute because they brought out the trainers and the referee stopped the play. So I'm not suggesting that he's not injured, but it is going to make you think about it. If you're on the ground, you've got to be careful.
Let's bring in Mark Clattenburg on that because this is a new thing, isn't it, Mark?
It certainly is, but the referee's made an incorrect decision. This is a foul.
Is it correct decision? Yes. Say it out, my brother. Is it correct decision? How can somebody step on the other player like that? Not even only step. That's bad. It's reckless foul.
10 players for 1 minute because of an incorrect decision from the referee. I wish common sense could prevail, but unfortunately, we can't have common sense. Mark, just making sure, I mean, if he obviously didn't give a foul, but if he thought it were a foul and just gave advantage, the player still has to come off the field, right? That's correct. And that's what's unfortunate about this law, because the referee's made an incorrect decision. I wish common sense could prevail. The player leaves and then comes straight back on, but unfortunately, they have to follow the rule. Yeah, it really is a punishment. It really is.
And he could be bought as well. Of course. Let's see what happens in that minute. Because here's Elise. There'll be a real hullabaloo about this if France score. Well, Senegal are down to 10 men in the circumstances that Mark Clattenburg's just described to you. Is Desiree Doué.
Yay, Senegal.
The free kick there. It's got France's way.
My God, what free kick to Senegal.
He handles the ball. That's what's given.
He hasn't touched the game, sir.
Ismail Assar down here, and he's frustrated and throwing his hands up, and why can't I go on? I mean, he knows the rule. They were all spoken to him. Even though it wasn't fair, only now finally gets to come back on the field.
Yeah, it was just trampled on my watch. A couple of seconds later. Anyway, he's back there now. And respect the referee's blushes in that saved. Dembele, good looking ball in. Well defended by Koulibaly. Very much the leader of that defence back there. Dembele, some flashes of it. Again, Koulibaly's the one who puts the fire out. Koundé. Elise not really got into the game so far, not in any significant way. Dembele, good looking ball in. Koulibaly, difficult bounce for him. Happy to knee that behind. Wasn't that comfortable at all with that. Difficult.
This has happened twice now where a ball's been served in from that right side, and Mbappe is pulling off the center backs and sitting in the middle, sort of waiting for the ball to arrive instead of darting across the near post. He might have scored twice now. Boy, is he happy to see that go wide after it hit his knee.
Obviously, he knew that as well. There we go, coming up on Fox, the debut of Erling Haaland as he leads Norway in the World Cup, and they play Iraq, followed by Argentina against Algeria, the champions starting their defence with Lionel Messi not to be missed. It's all coming up next on Fox. Goalless here, but Senegal coming mighty close.
Yeah, so
France yet to truly engage anything like.
I'm telling you, Senegal is lighting this game. I'm telling you, France is playing not to know, but they want to use one stone and kill five or six birds. Because their plan is once they get other opportunity to score one goal, they weak Senegal. But Senegal don't need to give up. They need to buckle up very, very well and score first. If Senegal score first, it will be more better. With the look of things, the way France is playing, then they weak France.
Must improve on what we've seen so far. This is only the opening chapter of what they hope will be a long story, but nothing's guaranteed. I think we're finding that out already.
Boy. 6 minutes.
Choose to play it long. They do have the pace to get in behind with Jackson and Sarr, Senegal. France are playing quite high too. Rabiot's done well there.
Hey, it's going to be bad. Yeah, okay. Good, good, good.
Poor ball from France, who frankly in this first half been almost too bad to be true.
France is playing nothing.
You're waiting for him to slide it down the channel.
Koulibaly is the man of the match for this first half for Senegal.
Do you think
He
they should
hold
decide to speed
Senegal
the weight of
defense
expectation
bad.
a little?
Can't figure it out, and it comes off a
Was
bit
defending
as, I don't know, maybe arrogant is too
back
strong,
line
but
well.
it comes a bit careless and almost like they just
Jan
kind of
don't
go
want to
through
be
the
careless
motions,
in
and
anything.
you can't do that at this level, especially against a good team. So
Yes, so if you don't, if you try to do
alarm
anything
bells ringing yet, but
funny,
this is not
France
what I think anybody
will
expected to see
capitalize
from
on that.
France in the opening 45 minutes of this tournament.
Good group this as well, isn't it? Group I with Norway in it. Norway thrashed Italy twice in qualification. That's just one of the reasons Italy are not here. These chips. They'll be dangerous. Away with the back heel, but it doesn't find its target. And here's Sarr again. He's super positive every time he gets the ball. He's thinking, I'm going to make moves towards goal here. That ball is behind, and Mbappe's looking at Hernandez and saying, I wanted that to my feet, you know.
So push your ball inside. This position.
It's a misplaced pass. 6 minutes of added time. We're into at the end of this half.
I am curious now to see what Didier Deschamps does,
Wow.
and will he make a change or two at halftime? I do feel like it probably, in addition to Ryan Cherki, it probably feels like a game where you put Mateta or Marcus Thuram through the middle and maybe move Mbappe wide where he's more comfortable. He likes to be highest up the field, but I think having someone occupy the center back so he has more space in these kind of spots or wide like this probably allow him more opportunity to create.
Today's ball was in keeping with a lot of France's work in the first half here. Pretty inaccurate. But they do know how to win at World Cups. They do know how to find their way through and get the job done. And this is only the opening half of the first game. He's made it clear he doesn't want to leave Barcelona, even if they've got the idea of cashing in on him, and they do need a bit of incoming money because they've already spent quite a lot on Anthony Gordon of Newcastle United.
Or would you want to leave Barcelona?
Well, exactly.
Push ball inside. This is almost first half ending. No goal yet. I was thinking by myself, we're supposed to be we are supposed to be celebrating goal. Actually, the two teams, everyone, the two teams are playing with careful so that there will be no mistake. Because if any mistake at this point, the game is over.
Space for camera here.
Pass your ball. See whether you can score before the end of the first half. Mane.
Ball from France. Mane, he's got it behind here. Sadio Mane cuts it back.
My God.
Senegal to put them ahead. What an opportunity that was. Not taken. They've looked again.
Oh my God. What happened? This guy is very, very selfish.
Mane gets inside Elise, holds him up, and it falls perfectly to Sarr.
Woo!
Just leans back and pumps it over the bar.
Well, what a finish to the first.
Oh my God. Oh. What nonsense is this?
And the better of that, they hit the post as well. France have frankly got to wake up here. Goalless at half time. Let's throw it back to Rebecca Lowe in Los Angeles.
Half time. We'll go for break. We'll come back again.
And there is no one better to talk about whether or not France have to wake up than this guy next to me. Thierry Henry will have his say when we come back alongside Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Big mistake for Senegal.
The latest on the fitness of Christian Pulisic out of the US camp. You're going to want to watch this coming next. See you in just a second.